I like ready-to-run cars as much as anybody, I guess. You can just dump it out on a track and go fast. But I think there's something to be said about building the car. One of the more obvious benefits of building it is that you know more about it so you can fix it easier. I also think all that extra knowledge from building it comes in handy when you're trying to adjust it to make it go faster. To make things easier, Traxxas groups all of the parts in their own plastic bags according to the assembly steps in the manual. If you wait to open the bags until you need them, there's way less chance of losing stuff. This kit comes with a clear body that's all cut and prepped. It's ready to be painted and put on the car. Traxxas put a lot of effort into making an instruction manual. It has detailed graphics and really well done illustrations. Follow these instructions and it's almost hard to mess up building this car. They include parts diagrams for each step that include pictures of the pieces that are actual size so you can match them up. I built my differential so quick, I took it apart because I was pretty sure I must have missed something. It was fine. I just followed the directions. It got done way sooner than I thought I should have. I followed the directions and assembled the shocks and put them back in the bag to save until we get the chassis done. I did put 30 weight oil in the front shocks and 40 weight in the rears just because I'm running on the oval. All the parts and pieces in this kit literally click together. Everything fit just right, and you put it together and it's all very smooth operating. Even the recesses for the ball bearings are so precisely sized that the bearings literally click into place. The instructions walk you through assembling individual components and then assembling those components into grooves so you have a unit that goes on the chassis. Here I finished the rear suspension that includes the motor and differential, and then it's all ready to bolt on the chassis. One thing I wasn't expecting is that all of the control rods were already set at their correct length. When I got the chassis up on wheels, I had to adjust the length on one of the camber rods, and that was it. The front suspension assembly went together just as easily. The instructions are very clear, and you get all the right parts in the right bag. It's a real simple operation. I mounted all of the front and rear shocks and their outer positions on the control arms because I like that for oval track racing. The steering linkage also went together real easily, and it's all very free when you turn it. I did come across one thing in this car that I absolutely hate. These pins with the C-clips are supposed to be the pivots for the front control arms. I know that they'll actually work, and they're probably really cheap to make, but I hate the damn things. I decided to tough it out and actually use these pins, but now there's two of these little C-clips are hiding someplace in my living room, and I don't give a damn where they went. I dug through my parts box and found these shoulder bolts that work just as well, and they have lock nuts on the end, and I can actually install them. This is the only change I made to the entire kit. I'm a rebel. Mounting the electronics in the chassis is also very easy because all of the components have their own bosses in the chassis to screw them down. I'm putting a lap monitor system on this car so I have an extra cable coming out of the radio case, but other than that, this is all just what the manual says. And here's the completed chassis. Including all of the time I had to stop to mess around with the cameras and lights, it took me just over a day to build this. Naturally, now that the car's done, the weather sucks, so I can't go outside with it. This Slash has the Traxxas pinless body mounting system that I absolutely love. I just installed the mounts here and put the body on the car just to be sure before I took it apart and painted it. I should have known that the way Traxxas had the body cut in the box, it fit perfectly, so there's nothing to do there. This is my first paint job with my brand new airbrush, so we'll look at that a little more closely later on. And this is the radio that comes with this kit, and it works fine. It was all bound up and everything seems to work just great. Now I just need some weather to get this thing outside and see how it runs.
Holy moly. Wow. This looks awesome.
Some of my winners know exactly